Hello and welcome. Today's webinar is going to be absolutely incredible. It's going to blow your mind. It is going to be the greatest webinar that you've ever seen, or at least one of the 5 greatest webinars that you're going to see, because this is webinar week, brought to you by Hatch. Super excited to do it. Today we are going to learn about what millennials are looking for in the workforce. And so we're going to get started in a minute. But until then, I am going to just wait for you guys to get on. Looking forward to it. Dave, what's up? How are you? This is what we're going to do today. You guys are going to be super excited to see it. So let's do that real quick. And we'll be right back. Hello, viewer number 3, whoever you may be. If you sign in, I can get with you. I know you're excited for this, Dave. We'll get started in about 2 minutes. What's going on, guys? 12 things millennials look for in the workplace is just about to get started. Looking forward to doing this with you. If you have any questions beforehand, all you have to do is fill out the chat roll or go to my Twitter at Zack Miller 84, ZACK Miller 84. That's all you got to do. We got 1 minute to go. Are you ready? Hello, Paul. How are you? All right, guys. Almost at the middle half of the hour. I'm going to do this. Great to see you, Paul. Great to see you, Dave. That's a cool picture, Dave. Excuse me, Paul. Looking live. Looking live. All right, it's 1:30, exactly when we told you guys we're going to start this. So we're going to start it because we like to be prompt and on time. All right, so can you hear me well? Everything looks like it's going well on this end. So we are going to do the little screen share thing. We're going to share it. And then we're going to go. All right, so today's awesome webinar is the 12 things millennials are looking for in the workplace. We are going to go over 12 things today. But before we jump into it, why are we qualified to do this? Well, number one, I am a millennial. Millennials are technically right now between the ages of 15 to 35 right now. I believe that that is going to change. I believe that they're going to split it in half. I'm at the second half of it. Obviously, I'm more on the 30 rather than the 15. An example I like to use a lot is that I learned how to use how to type on a typewriter. My brother and sister did not, and Dave, Dave and Paul, my guess is you guys learned how to use things probably on your cell phones because you guys are so young. But that's why I think it's going to split. But these are the 12 things we're going to go over. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll get you guys in and out of here in the next 30 minutes and even offer you guys something amazing at the end. If you guys are looking to share this content with your friends, all you have to do is go to startwithhatch.com/live, which is where you are right now. Just go up on the bar, copy it, click it, and tell your friends what we're working on right now. Looking forward to doing this. All right. So number one, lax dress code. As you guys saw earlier, what I'm wearing is simply a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. Why? Because I'm more concentrated on producing great work instead of how someone looks at me. As you guys can see in this picture, this is just a day at Hatch. This is actually an event that we hosted, and the shirts that we give people are relaxed, fit, great shirts that people can wear and wear. As you can see, the lady in the and the gentleman behind us are wearing shorts and t-shirts as well. Very relaxed. Why is it important to have a relaxed dress code? Because if people are stiff, it's unlikely that they're going to get the work done that you want them to. You want them to be there and get the most bang for your buck out of those hours. And I think that if we concentrate more on what someone's wearing instead of what they do, we're concentrating on the wrong things. Number 2, meaningful work. Folks, millennials, those 15 to 35-year-olds, are looking for meaningful work. Now, this doesn't mean that they're looking to change the world through nonprofits or anything like that. They just want to know that they're not necessarily just a number, that you appreciate them when they do something cool, that you give them props for it. Like maybe this morning when we ran a coffee event, and instead of having to cancel it because I couldn't be there, allowing and empowering someone to be able to do something that you hired them to do and you know that they are absolutely capable to do. If you are hiring people that you don't believe in or can rely on, you probably shouldn't be hiring them. Meaningful work means that they believe that you believe in them. And then if there can be some good things too, like you are helping people out in something, right? This doesn't have to be like this crazy meaningful work thing that like we're changing the world. And I mean that, right? It's so I'm going to work on this and here's a great example. Do you want to tell your friends what you're working on, or are you embarrassed by it? Meaningful work is when you want to tell your friends what you want to do. If you're embarrassed by the job that you do, then you probably don't believe that it's meaningful work. Number 3, vibrant communities. This is a huge one. Folks, millennials are looking for a place where they can come together and be on the non-9-to-5 hours. When you see a lot of recruitment and attraction of millennials, you're seeing them go to communities where it's very dense and they can walk, bike, and do things, concerts, music, food. When you think about a community, you don't think really about the businesses that are there. You think about the experience that you have there. And a vibrant community is something that many folks are looking for. We are housed in Norfolk, Virginia, which is going through kind of a crazy time right now because we're starting to see it become a very vibrant community where walkways are becoming more available, bike lanes. We even have opportunities where we don't have a lot of outdoor space because of how the downtown was built. It's pretty dense, but there's not a lot of places to move things. So to get a little innovative, what the city has done with a couple other companies is they've created this thing called parklets where people can go and sit in a structure outside in a parking lane that's basically been designated and then created this like wooden feature, this wooden contraption so people can sit on this thing and actually eat their meals there or just read a book there. Typically, vibrant communities are places where a lot of density and a lot of serendipity can happen. As you can see in this picture right here, it's where people can be themselves. If you guys have any questions, all you have to do is head over to my Twitter account at Zack Miller 84. It's ZACK Miller, the number 84, or in the comments below in the chat roll, all you have to do is ask a question. Dave, Paul, do you guys have questions? There's a couple other people online would love to answer anything that you guys have, any clarity. Let me know. If you're watching this as a replay, all you have to do is email me at Zack, Z-A-C-K, at the URL you're at, startwithhatch.com, and I will answer you guys as well, or just hit me up on Twitter, like I said before. Flexible hours. Why are flexible hours important? You know, we're supposed to work that 9 to 5, and I think flexible hours are important. And I can understand why a lot of people are worried about this. And I think the biggest worry that people have is my clients work 9 to 5, so I need to make sure that my people are there. Absolutely. But what if your employees never talk to your clients? What if they never interact with someone, but they can get their work done maybe a little earlier or a little later, but they still get the job done? Why wouldn't you want that? Allow, and again, empower individuals and your employees to do what you want them to do. If they can get it done in 4 days instead of 5, and they're going to have a 3-day weekend, but you're going to get a ton more out of them, wouldn't you rather have the benefit of keeping them, the longevity of that person, really investing in them the same way? Flexible hours doesn't necessarily have to be 9 to 5. It could be 8 to 4. If someone doesn't want to get into traffic, would you allow them to come in early and leave a little early so that they can be happy throughout their whole day? Maybe instead of having 2 weeks vacation, just allow them to not be afraid to call in sick. I remember when I worked for corporate America, and I didn't necessarily have I had sick days and I had vacation days. I didn't have in-between days, right? And sometimes I just didn't want to come to the office. And I was terrified to call in sick because, I didn't want to get reprimanded. Why would you want to have that opportunity? Why would you want to force someone to be uncomfortable in something when you can just allow them? Is it really that big of a deal? If someone is invested into your company the same way you are, the same way your staff is, the same way that you've invested in them, if they're sick, they're going to call you and say, hey, I'm sick. I'm going to text you. Everything's going to be okay. If it's something that's super urgent, they're invested the way you want them to be, they're going to make sure that things are taken care of before they tell you, hey, I know we have this deadline, but I went ahead and did this before, or I've talked to the company or done any of those things. We have to look at flexible hours in a very different way. This picture is a picture for Dave because this is an event that he wanted to go to. It's Firefly. It's a 3, 4, 5-day festival in Dover, Delaware, and he wanted to go. So guess what? Instead of him not going to this concert and him hating life during those days, sure, Dave, you can go. Guess what? Had a blast, basically took a week vacation, but when he came back, he was super stoked, super amped, and still has the poster up today because that was a great experience for him, and we allowed him to do that. Invest in your teams the same way that you invest in yourself. Goal and team oriented. We got 12 of these. All right. We're at number 5, goal and team oriented. Instead of just picking all of your goals, all of everything that you want, why don't you allow your staff to do it yourself? I can remember a specific example of this where we wanted to have new toys that someone wanted. And instead of just saying, here's the toy, allow them to not only pick the goal, but what you can achieve with that goal. Maybe it is a new book. Maybe it's a cable. Maybe it's a microphone. Maybe it's something big like a computer or a monitor. Maybe it's an extra week of vacation if you actually are tied to days like that. Maybe it's an iPad. Maybe it's money. Allow the team to create goals together. And I'm not saying, oh, if we do this one time and that one thing was super easy, that should be a goal. These should be pretty obtainable, but not immediately setting goals. So for us on our Hatch Twitter handle, one of them is, I think we're at 1,500 followers now. A goal is 5,000 Twitter followers. And once we get that, a goal will be achieved. And the toy or new product or service or whatever it is that person wants will be able to achieve that. Allow your team to create your goals together. Raise your hand right now or stand up at your desk if this has been something that you have done before. No one wants to be in cube land. No one wants to deal with bureaucracy. People want to go in and enjoy being at the office. People don't want to listen to the micromanagement, the bureaucratic bull crap. People want to be able to go to work and do the task that they have been tasked to do in a non-bureaucratic bullshit kind of way. It's as simple as that. The reason why people hate big companies is because this is what it looks like. And honestly, if you look at this and there's no one sitting there, there's a reason why people are leaving those places. While they can be good paying jobs, they have no meaning to them whatsoever. And they're micromanaged and they can't do what they're paid for. It's as simple as that. Non-bureaucratic is exactly the way to go for millennials. We mentioned bikes earlier. Now, folks are looking, I keep saying folks. I don't know why I keep saying folks. That's such a weird, because we're in Norfolk. That's why. Commuting options. So in Norfolk, bikes have been a big thing that people want. I know that, for example, when Dave moved to town, he was looking for a place that was easy for him to walk to the office. And so his walk is about, a mile and a half. And he has, whether or not he walks, he can take AppleCab, he can take Uber, he can take the light rail. There's so many options for him. He could roller skate. Did I say he could bike? There's so many different options that he could be doing to be a part of this, that it would be a great opportunity for him to commute via bicycle or any kind of mass transportation. People want to be able to get to a place easily. Accessible leadership. Keep the door open. If people can't talk to you, you're the man. It's as simple as that. Michael Scott, although hilarious, was not always the best of bosses. I think you should have fun in life and you should have fun in business. But if people are uncomfortable to talk with you, then you probably are the man and you're probably bureaucratic. I'm not saying that you can't be forceful. I'm not saying that you can't have the things that you need to put in place in business. But as the leader of a company or as the manager of a company, people are looking for you to be accessible. Number 9, individual innovation and creativity. This one's pretty simple. Allow people to be what you hire them to be. Again, don't micromanage. Don't be over top of them. Let them be what you want them to be. Individual innovation and creativity. It's as simple as that. If you're putting a box around it and saying you have to be inside this box, but the best thing they could do is be coloring outside the box, you're missing out on them, and you're just missing out on them. Room to learn and grow. Allow them to educate and be bigger and better at what they can be, and embrace that and empower them to become what they can be best at. Pay for them to go to places, allow them to use the tools, allow them to do other things. Room to learn and grow is educating and allowing and empowering the people that you're paying money for to do the things, to get better and better at the things that they can do. 2 to go, tech friendly. Last thing you want is to have resources that suck. I'm not saying that everyone should have the most dynamic and innovative and most ridiculous type of software and hardware, but I am saying that if you expect a certain job to get done, you should have the tools to be able to do that. Just like this podcast or this webinar, if I don't have the tools possible, it's very hard for me to get this done. So be sure to be tech friendly. Catered benefits. This one was interesting when so the way we came together with all this information was we pulled all the millennials in our office and chatted and worked on this whole thing, and then all these things came up. And catered benefits can mean another one of those things where you are looking to put things together. So it's not necessarily just an insurance package. It could be being able to go to yoga, maybe an amusement park day, maybe it's having go-karts. Catered benefit, maybe it's cell phone, maybe it's access to take a computer home. Catered benefits can be whatever you want it to be. I just think that it's a little different than your normal 401k or something like that. Maybe it's going to the gym, maybe it's getting a massage, whatever it is. Here's my example that you can do. Put together 10 things that could be it and allow your staff to pick 3 to 5 of them. And those are the 5 that they get. And then every year they get to re-choose again. And so maybe they're looking for something specific or maybe not. But that's it. All right. So these are the 12 things millennials are looking for in the workplace. We'll go over them one last time. Lax dress code, meaningful work, vibrant communities, flexible hours, goal and team-oriented, non-bureaucratic, commuting options, accessible leadership, individual innovation and creativity, room to learn and grow, tech-friendly, catered benefits. I said all that without breathing. That is absolutely incredible. And that's it. If you want more content like this, all you have to do is head to the link below, 1004.com, where you can watch webinars, workshops, and courses anytime, anywhere for just $29.99. Check it out below. We'd love to have you. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been absolutely incredible. Take care.